episode 2.
We made it to episode 2, y'all. Oh,
Appreciate
Lord.
y'all for running up episode 1 the way that y'all did. Thank you for all the support, the shares, the comments, everything. We see it. We might not respond to everything because I am easily overstimulated. Sorry. But we love y'all. We see it.
The ADHD be kicking in, but we do appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. We want to give our cousins out their flowers for all that you guys have done in the start of this podcast. So, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. For real. We goofy as hell, but like, thank y'all so much. We would not be here without y'all. We wouldn't have this platform without y'all. Thank y'all.
Our little cousins.
I love family.
Now, heading into our episode 2, because we have made it here. We did have a great guest. I say it all the time. I love somebody with a long resume. I love someone who can talk and
Certified yapper.
certified yapper. We had that. So I'm super excited about this episode. I think you guys are gonna love it, and it's less informational and more of we just yapping.
More conversational.
More
It was so much
conversation.
fun.
Yep.
It was so
Yep.
much fun. I hate we didn't record this part, but my our black cousins gonna get this. B.Terrell jumped on. Y'all already know who the guest is. B.Terrell jumped on his Zoom and was like, "Y'all, before we get started, the blackest thing ever is about to happen," and his fire alarm beat. Mine beeped directly after it, and I was like, "It's okay. We here. We here. We both real black right now." It was going so well. Because why would you freeze? Cut the cameras, dead ass.
One, two, three, four.
What's up, everybody? My name is Hayley.
Hey y'all, I'm Mooley.
Welcome to Courtside Cousins.
Today's guest, y'all. Well, first of all, hey y'all, it's Mooley.
It's Hayley.
And
Why
we
you
the
making faces
Courtside
at me?
Cousins because it took you too long to say your name. Today's guest is a Las Vegas-based sports and culture personality, photographer, all the things. He's worked with Athletes Unlimited, made for the W Slam, Sports Center, and Fanatics, just to name a few. South Carolina native, B.Terrell.
Yerp, yerp. That sound okay. That was a nice little intro there. I
Was
like
that
that.
good?
Like,
Haley did the
listen,
research. Haley
I,
did the research.
I feel it. I feel it. Okay.
come through. Look, I saw South Carolina State. I said, "Ooh."
What you know about that?
Well, look, I went to USC Upstate up in Spartanburg.
That's unfortunate.
It
I'm
I don't
playing. I'm playing. I'm playing. I'm playing. I'm playing. I'm
I
playing.
don't know about unfortunately,
I'm playing. I'm playing.
but no, Spartanburg went bad. But I spent a lot of time down in like Columbia and Orangeburg, and so
Uh-oh.
yeah, I know
My
a little bit about South Carolina State.
my audio went.
We can hear you.
You can hear me? Okay. Sorry, I
Hmm.
connected my mic, and so can you hear me now?
Oh, your mic
Yes.
work.
Your
Okay.
mic work. We got them. They just, we can't get
Sorry,
them
I
to work.
connected my mic, and so it switched this to a speaker too. So my bad. So yes, you were saying upstate. So, yeah, I've
Yeah,
been
so I went to UC Upstate, and then but I spent a lot of time like in Columbia and Orangeburg and stuff. So I know a little bit about South Carolina State. Mm-hmm.
okay.
Just a little
Okay.
bit. Yeah.
I mean, ain't too much in Spartanburg or whatever. Like my
I
best,
mean,
but
true.
you're right there next to Greenville and stuff too. So it's all right. It's all
No, yeah,
right.
I mean, like I'm from Georgia,
Okay.
so
What part?
Gwinnett County.
Oh,
Yeah, so I'm used to there being things to do,
yeah.
and
Eh,
so when I moved to South Carolina for college, I was like, either we go to Greenville or we go to Charlotte,
Yeah.
because there ain't really much to do
At
in
all.
Spartanburg.
They got some good wings though.
Yes,
The
yes.
wings. Yeah. So I'm from South Carolina, of course. Went to South Carolina State. Um, so I spent a lot of my time. Like I'm from a very small town. You blink, you miss it. Dirt roads, like literally dirt roads. I rode horses and cows. Where I grew up
And
at. I
cows.
grew up on a farm. Um, where like so then boom, going to Orangeburg was way bigger than where I'm from.
Oh
But
wow.
then, and then after that, we for like on the weekends and stuff, sometimes on school nights as well, we would go to Charlotte or Columbia or Charleston, to hang out for a little bit. So I get it. I get it. When you say there was always something to do, for me, being in Orangeburg gave me something to do because there was nothing to do where I'm from in Utahville. So yeah,
Yeah.
And you said riding cows. Riding horses, okay.
yeah.
Cows.
I'm from the farm. We caught and grew our food. Like for real. I can show you how to clean the kitchen. I mean, clean the chicken, to
Wow.
pluck that chicken. I I I always tell everybody if it ran, flew, crawled, jumped, walked, we ate it.
Swim.
Swim, oh for sure, definitely swim. If it did all of that, we ate it. Now I didn't do the chitlins, and I didn't do coon and possum. There are some people that did it where I'm from, but everything else I ate. All right, that's enough
You
of that.
eat
That's
deer?
my bad. My bad.
Okay,
See,
okay,
I'm
okay.
already yapping. I'm already yapping.
And you see me over here, you eat deer?
I have. It's not preferred.
Mm.
It's really
Okay.
game. It's really gamey, but
I
a lot of my
bet.
people they say, and I haven't tried it since 2003. Knowingly, I should say, I haven't knowingly
Mm.
tried it since like 2003. And when I tasted it, to me, it was like the meat, how they prepared it. Are you familiar with barbecue? The shredded pork and all that stuff.
I'm from
And
Memphis. Yeah.
oh, bet. Okay. So how they prepared it, it looked like barbecue, and they had the sauce and stuff, but it was just a little extra earthy-ish taste to it, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. We yapping. We can get to business.
Okay, okay.
You want to go first? You want me to go first? How we doing it?
I just feel like you typed the questions for this one, so you get the questions.
Okay. All right. So, who's the first person to put a camera in your hand, or what led to your love for photography?
Oof, dang, you coming out hitting right away.
Swinging.
Let me see. So for me, I kind of really stumbled into photography, and I hate calling myself a photographer sometimes because I'm like, I won't say I'm self-taught, but a lot of stuff is like trial and error for me. And I
Hmm.
always think of calling myself a photographer when there are so many of my mentors who are legit photographers. I'm not there yet, and these are people who studied it, who done it, who can break a camera down and tell you what everything is on it. I I don't feel like I'm there yet, and so, but I have an eye, and so I said all that to say I remember a few years. Let me see. I've been covering the league since 2019. I bought a camera early 2019, what was initially just supposed to be for me traveling. So when I go places, I
Hmm.
want to take pictures of me and my friends, whatever. And then and I knew there were some people online or that I've encountered on social media whose work I liked and that I really enjoyed their photos, and I would just start conversations with them. So I bought that camera early 2019, before the world shut down. So early
Before it
2019,
all happened.
and it was the last game. I was only writing at the time, and it was the last game of the season for the Atlanta Dream. They were playing the New York Liberty, and one of my editors, I talked to her. I said, "Hey, can you get me I was already having credentials, to go to the game and write." I said, "But can you see if we can get me there as a photographer?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, you brought a camera, right?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "Real good. Our photographer who we normally use isn't going to be there. So just see what you can get." I said, "All right." I was like, "All right, I remember now. I don't know what I'm doing." So I went to that game. It happened to be the Tanisha Wright's last game. So I remember I did a photo that happened to be her last shot as a WNBA player. Um, and it was the debut of, I think, the Jordan 34s that Kia Nurse wore. So I took a few of those pictures when Cash was there, and I took that picture. I didn't know much about editing or anything, but I said, "Hey, look what I got." So I tried to play with the colors here and there a little bit,
Hmm.
and that photo of those shoes ended up going viral because boom, here it is. This WNBA player, she's a Jordan athlete. This is the first person to wear these shoes. It was on like Nice Kicks and Soul Collector and Bleacher Report kicks. I was like, wait a minute, okay. I was like, I don't know what I was doing, but I mean, okay, it's a pretty cool picture. And so since then, I always go into each season. Well, I upgraded my camera, upgraded my lenses and stuff, and really started paying attention to like the ins and outs of photography, at least enough to do
Mhm.
my job. And I always said I wanted to go into each season better than I was the year prior. And so I would work on different lighting, different coloring techniques, different editing techniques and stuff. And I've been equipped with some really cool people who I call my mentors that have really helped me along the way. And they're honest with me in regards to like when something, they were brutal back in the day. They was like, nah, that or as soon as I showed them a picture, they're like, "You misfocus." Up, yeah, nah. I was like, "Dang!" So, but I like that. I like true, honest critique. You right because if I want to be good, I
Mhm.
want you to be honest with me. And so yeah, so I think that was the first time I put a camera into my hand myself. But like that opportunity was through Made for the W, and they really gave me that first chance to go and shoot a game
So I know that you write. Do you prefer writing? I mean, photography over writing,
for
or
sure. Photography over right like so I studied English in college along with communications and things like that, so I was always, I thought, gifted as a writer. I understood how to put sentences together and how to like really articulate my thoughts and things like that, but I'm not the when it comes to sports, I'm not the X's and O's type. I always like the lifestyle conversation. So I like talking about the athletes away from their sport. So I like talking about them off the field, off the court, off the ice, whatever it is that they do, because I want to provide a more humanized approach to their careers and to their stories, like when it comes to storytelling. And so writing, when I started, a lot of people, wanted the coverage aspect of what was happening in the game, and that was never really my strong suit. And then so when I was able to like grow in my career and show my personality and add the photography piece to it, that's why I really like being able to tell stories either on camera or behind the camera. I will still write for sure because I do. There are a lot of platforms that may reach out to me in regards to me wanting to interview someone. I'm not saying that I don't
Mhm.
like it. It's just not necessarily my preferred unless it's a piece that I'm really, really attached to. And so I've had the opportunity to write in 3 of the W Slam magazines as well as writing for some others. So it's really cool to do so because, everyone, if you're a reporter or whatever, you're always going to want to say, "Hey, I'm a published writer," and that's cool for me to.
Mhm.
I had that experience, but my preference is definitely in front of the camera or behind the camera, doing photography.
Okay,
Okay.
so I see that you have the photography part, you have the sports, you have the culture, you have the writing. You married them all together, but like as far as focusing on women's basketball, what made you focus? Like make that your focus?
The women in my family, like a lot of the women in my family and some of my best friends, they play basketball. I necessarily wasn't gifted with the athletic gene.
Me neither.
I tried. I was definitely a garbage roll type of player. I can get you a couple rebounds and I can foul. I can foul. I can take a charge, and I can probably block here and there. But the women in my family and my best friend, they play basketball, and so I started out in high school with them as I was called the manager. I was a glorified water boy. And I taped up ankles and sprayed them with the spray and stuff, whatever. I made the Gatorade and all that good stuff. And that's what I did. And so from then, I was always a fan of women's basketball. I was just a fan of hoops. And then I really took a liking to the WNBA like at the start. Like I was literally one of
Mhm.
the first I was watching when Penny Toller made the first basket, there for all the Comets dynasties, and then like everything. Like I was always a W fan. And then so when I got the opportunity, like that's how I built like my community on Twitter or my following, is because people would know me from when it was award season. So the Grammys, VMAs, BET Awards, I would just be live tweeting it. And they were like, "Oh man, I can't wait to the awards. I love watching the awards when you're tweeting because it's always hilarious." I didn't think anything of it, but that was my thing. I would just always sit and watch them and just tweet my thoughts. And it was the same thing for sports. And so I was like heavy in women's in the WNBA before it became the popular thing to do. Like I would go to games and there would be maybe three of us there covering it. Probably two photographers and one or two writers in the stands. And so like I just always made it my goal to tell the stories of these people, of these amazing athletes, because they deserve to be treated and paid and covered just like their counterparts in other sports. And so I've been excited to see what the W has become in regards to its coverage. But yeah, like that's why I always just made it my thing to really cover the W.
So I feel like that's honestly how you started. Is kind of how we started, but with threads.
With the
Like,
Reds.
we spent a lot of time just talking to ourselves or each other, and then same thing. Like it'd be the middle of the game, and I'm live threading, and people laughing, and then the whole smoking duck started, and people were like, "Oh,
You're
you
gonna
the
have to
one person
explain it.
smoking duck," and I was like,
Wait, y'all created that?
"No, no, 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 no." It became a like every thread that I made had the smoking duck on it, and it became to where like came to a point where people were like, "Oh, where's the smoking duck today? Oh, we haven't seen it in a few days." And I was like,
Listen,
"Oh,
I
okay,
love that smoking duck.
I'll keep it up."
I love that smoking duck. And I mean, like you said, because I remember you mentioned when we were in Nashville about being on
Hmm.
threads, and I've tried like it's hard sometimes keeping up with so many, but some of my good friends and they've always said just come on threads, and then so I have been paying attention to the conversation. It's so peaceful on threads.
It
It's
So
ain't it,
peaceful.
like
ain't it?
it's like I can tweet something. Granted, there's some stragglers everywhere, but for the majority, it's like well, I can't say tweet. I can thread and go. I can thread
Yeah.
and go, and it's so calm, like compared to another platform. But yeah, okay, yeah. So yeah, I mean, listen, the people love the content. The people love it, and it's just great. It's just great to be able to like be in community with people who are like minded and really just loving the sport. And yeah, you in that thread, I mean, you in that smoking duck. Listen, I don't know what you did, how you did it, but I love it. I love the smoking duck.
No, yeah, we have a like we built a community in terms of like that's how like that's honest. I just keep saying that's how we got here
It
because
really is.
like the
We
community
were
that
talking to each other
we have built and have like I mean our first episode just dropped and
yesterday.
I'm so overwhelmed with everybody like, "Oh my god, we loved it, special shout out," and I'm like, this is like I didn't never expect this to be where we're at right now, honestly.
Hmm.
That's listen, that's my thoughts, right? Like, because what started out for me as a hobby, like I was working in a corporate 9 to 5, and I would just do sports stuff on the weekends, or use my PTO to go travel and do some things. And to be able, I've been very fortunate of some of the things that I've liked to do. But then I tell everybody, they ask, "Oh, well, how can I get in?" I say, listen, if you see something and it's not available, create it. And that's what I'm a firm believer of, creating your opportunities. Obviously, along the way, there are going to be people who can definitely help you, but create your lane, because when you create something, nobody can take it from you. And that's what
Period.
y'all done this. Y'all built that community. Hey, I'm glad. Hey, I'm glad I'm a part of the ride. Then shoot, I mean, hey,
We appreciate it too.
what's
Shoot.
up?
Let's kind of shift gears a little bit. I need your favorite women's basketball players, past, present, and future.
Give me one moment. Okay. So past, whew, past favorite women's basketball players. I was always a fan of Dawn Staley.
Hmm.
Oh, and that's why in 2008, when that announced, that caught me off guard when they hired her at South Carolina, because I was shook. Like I would watch um her games I was a little too young to remember the Virginia days. But when she got to the pros in the Olympics, I remember her carrying the flag or the
This,
torch, whatever,
the
in
torch.
'96, before there was a W. And then, of course, when she was coaching, she was pulling double duty, coaching and playing at Temple. And that's how I became a fan of Temple. I wanted to go to Temple because of Dawn. And then because of her days at Temple, I became a fan of Candice Dupree. And then so I remember, boom, when she got drafted, and the whole story was coach playing against student, whatever, doing
Mhm.
Candace when she got to the Chicago Sky and all of that. And then what else? So boom, Candace and Dawn were some of my favorite players. I love the hustle from Delisha Milton Jones. Swing Cash was one of my favorite players. I tell a lot of people this because I'm such a big South Carolina fan. People are often shocked to know that UConn was one of my first favorite teams because of Swing
Mhm.
Cash. I love Swing Cash. Um, and then so yeah, who else? And then I would definitely say Candace Parker. Like Candace just did it all. Like Candace was one of those first people who like showed like you can really like do it all. And then so yeah, Candace Parker, Candace Dupree, Dawn Staley, and Delisha Milton Jones and Swin Cash. And then present, of course, well, any Gamecock for sure. I mean, I'm a homer, so any Gamecock. I don't care if they play one game or 100 games. I don't care. Any Gamecock in the league's mine. But of course, the one, the
Mm-hmm.
only,
Yep.
yeah. The come
I'm
on,
not
a
jealous.
one.
Look,
Like
look,
she is.
I left my slides across the room because she told me that she a little jealous about it. So I left my slides
I'm
over
not
there.
jealous of nothing.
Like
I'm not
listen,
jealous.
listen. Asia Riyadh Wilson is my favorite player. Oh, I gotta add Tamika Catchings there because she played both
Mhm.
sides of the ball very well. Like so, Tamika Catchings was one of my favorite. Asia Wilson, of course. Now, um, I love Chelsea Gray, and I'm not saying that because she's on the Aces, but even when she was even in Connecticut, like just the way she sees the game and the way she handles like the offense and her facilitating, and she can take over when need to. Like I love Chelsea Gray. Love Ryan Howard. I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see. Like, I mean, I'm all of my Gamecocks for sure. But then in the future, I'm really, really. Let me see. Once again, all of my Gamecocks in the future. But then Juju, Hannah, um, who else? Like I mean, and I know those are the usual names. I'm excited to see what Paige does in Dallas,
Mhm.
because like going there. Well, I'm saying go in Dallas. That's as long as Dallas keeps the number one pick, and that is who they draft. But the future of Dallas is very bright because not only I mean they're moving to the city, they're getting their own arena. So I'm really excited to see how Dallas rallies around them. So yeah, those are some of my favorites. Like those are my favorites. I love women's basketball. I support them all, but those are really like a lot of my favorite players.
I just want to talk about Chelsea Gray for a second. Did you
Mhm.
watch that last Unrivaled game?
Sure did. A
Can't
bucket.
My
let it
girl
go.
couldn't miss.
A
She
bucket.
could not miss.
Like and everything she said, keep that basically when it said keep that same energy, like they heard the noise, like people tried to play on her top, forgetting that last season probably wasn't her best season, but she wasn't a
Coming
hundred
off of
percent.
injury.
Like she
Right.
had gotten injured the end of 2023 and she was still fighting. She went through she came back to the W not 100%. Then she had to play in the Olympics. She wasn't 100%. And of course they're stretched towards the end of the season. So she had a chance
Mhm.
to rest and really get healthy. Come on, man. Like come on, man.
Yeah,
Chelsea is
like
Chelsea is a dog. A dog.
straight dog. Like I know opening weekend, people looking at me crazy because like yes, I was a Laces fan. I hold stand on that one. But during the Rose games, like I'm screaming, that's the point guard we know.
Yeah.
That's the point guard. And people looking at me crazy after every bucket
Yeah. Like
because that's who we know. The new fans don't know this one.
yep. The new
Right.
the new fans only know what they saw last season, and it. Oh God, I'm not gonna start. I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there. Yeah, that's Chelsea. That's Chelsea Gray.
The silence was so loud. We here.
Facts. Facts.
We
We was
here.
here. We got it. Yeah.
What's been your favorite game or event that you've photographed so far? Or can you pick a favorite? Can you narrow it down?
My favorite. Let me see. Did I shoot Final Four 2022? I honestly don't remember 2022 because I was just there. I was probably crying and emotional. Yes, I was shooting 2022, but my skills, I was still so raw. So the 2024 Final Four is one of my favorite. Yeah, the 2024 Final Four, and
Hmm.
then I would say Asia's jersey retirement ceremony. That was the good one,
We
and
were there.
yeah,
We were there.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that was a good one, and then be able to capture that emotion, and then everyone from Jackie and Alicia was there, and the Special Olympian from out of town were all there to support her. That was fun, and I really enjoyed. I think when I noticed a change in my photography was 2023, when because I did the Paris game last season to open it, but it was 2023. I think there was this tournament, this Legends Classic tournament or something in Vegas, and it was Bronny wasn't playing, but he was still warming up with USC, and so it was
Hmm.
like it was Gonzaga, USC, Washington, and Colorado State, if I'm not mistaken. They played in the tournament in Vegas. And that's when I made the effort to like take my coloring and my editing to another level. And I remember going back to my room and going back to my house and seeing um those photos, and I was like, wait, B, you kind of snapped on this. And that was when a lot of it like really start changing for me in regards to some other photo opportunities. So yeah, those are probably like my top three. So the Final Four 2024, Asia's retirement ceremony, and then that tournament in Vegas in 2023.
Okay, actually, I want to spin the block because we heard your favorite players, but I feel like as host, we got to tell our favorite
For
players too.
sure.
Oh,
So I'm
okay.
actually I'm actually gonna put the spotlight on Mooley. Let her go ahead and
Oh,
and drop your players.
this wasn't my question. Okay. Pass. My favorite. Cheryl Swoops. I got to meet her at AU and I almost cried. And she told
How,
me I was pretty and my hair was pretty.
how did I forget that?
I
Yes.
was waiting on her when you said done, but
Dog, yes, Cheryl. Why? How did? Oh, yes. I'm not taking your moment, Cheryl. If you're listening, yes, you on my list. You already know what it is with us. Yes, Cheryl for sure.
I
Like
love her.
she is. Yes.
So Cheryl, of course, Dawn Staley. Cynthia Cooper. I don't think she gets talked about enough. Tisha Penichero,
The original
and
point guard.
Teaspoon, the original. That's Chelsea's favorite player too. And Teaspoon. I think that's it for past. Present, Asia. Duh. Asia Wilson. Tiffany Hayes. I'll come back to that one. I'm like you with the Gamecocks. I can't wait to see Malaysia in the league. I cannot wait to see her. Ashlyn, I hate she got hurt this season. Can't wait to see her in the league. Raven. Um, I love Juju and prayers up to Juju. I hate what happened.
Mhm.
You in our hearts, you in our prayers right now, girl. Um, Let me go back to present.
You-
I'm done. I'm gonna stick with the ones that I named. Asia
I
and
want to
Okay.
Cheryl.
add something to mine too. After you're done, Haley.
Okay.
Listen, I feel like y'all missed a big one, and it's one of my favorites. Is Lisa Leslie for
Oh
y'all
God,
past.
you right.
Past, I was like, nobody named Lisa, but no, I love Lisa Leslie. It's in terms of past, and to add on everybody else, y'all said Dawn, Teaspoon, everybody past, love it. I love not only not only just the fact that like them as a player, just what they have set, like they set the groundwork for everything that's happening
Hmm.
now.
Mhm.
So that's what I love. Present Asia for sure. Um, ooh, my list can get long for the present. Like, there's just a lot of games like I want to tune into. But I love Natasha Cloud. I love Kennedy Carter. Um, Nalissa Smith. Who else? All the aces for sure. Now listen,
Every
Sid
age. Oh,
Sid
well,
has broken my heart. She's broken my heart. so bad. And every time I see those hearts come across my screen from Twitter, I like crash out just a little bit. Um, yeah, all of the aces. I'm trying to think. You're right. Present is kind of hard. That
It's
list
hard.
that list actually
Everybody.
Yeah.
It's so many
everybody. I like them
people.
all. I like them all. I love the sport. I love the listen. I love the W.
Same. I love the league. I
I
love
love
them
the
all.
league. I love
I
the
think
league.
I want to add to my present because obviously, yes, there is. I say Asia for sure, but I really enjoy watching Alicia Gray and Ty. And I
Hmm.
know I said all Gamecocks, but I feel like Alicia's going to give you effort on both sides of the ball. But the way that she's been like one, the attention that she's gotten over the past year, going from all-star to the winning the 3-point contest and all of that. And then on what she's done, what she did in Unrivaled. But I also love Ty Harris because Ty's one of
Mhm.
the last few like true OG type point guards. We see a lot of people's point guards who are going to be a little flashy and going to be scoring. And I feel like there are some in the W who everyone wants to do positionless basketball, but I feel like there's a place for those old school point guards. And I feel like that's what Ty is. They can go and get you a bucket when need to. Chelsea Gray is the same
Hmm.
way. And I can't wait till the future. People play on her name, but I really feel like Raven is that next. Like
Amazing.
Raven in college, she's one of the few old school point guards because she can defend, one of the best defenders in college. She can defend.
Wait. Say that part again. Say that part again, because I say it all the time.
What she can defend. She can like Raven is a defender and she's like old school true point guard. She can control the offense. She's not going to give you flashy offensive numbers, but that girl, the way she rebounds, the way she facilitates, the way she defends, like come on, like that's like people are going to play like the system what they need to do in their system. And in Dawn's system, the point guards have always been the head of the snake. Yes, the
Hmm.
offensive play, the post player is probably going to be the focal point of the offense, but the point guards have ran that offense. You look at, I mean, yes, Tiffany Mitchell, she played point and two guard or whatever, but it was always dump it out to Elena, Asia, or Alicia Welch, and then Ty Harris came. She had dump it to Kiki or dump it to Kiki, Aaliyah, and Asia. Like Ty played with some good post players.
Yeah.
Like, how do you go
Hmm.
your freshman year playing with Asia, your freshman and sophomore year is playing with Asia, and then your junior and senior years playing with Kiki and
Exactly.
Aaliyah? Like, Ty was spoiled. Raven was definitely spoiled. Raven played with fucking Aaliyah. I'm sorry, I mean to cuss. Raven
It's
played with
okay. We
Aaliyah
got no sparkles.
and who else? She'll play with Aaliyah and Camilla. Like
Camilla.
and Ashlyn Watkins. Like, I'm excited to see Raven at the next level. Obviously, we know Malaysia is gonna be Malaysia, but the one I'm really excited to see at the next level is Chloe.
I was just about to
Hmm.
say, so for my future, yes, I want the Gamecocks to go crazy in the future, but specifically Chloe and Raven are my top two.
Yeah,
Like you said, Raven is the best defender in college basketball. I don't care what anybody has to say, and I will continue to say it. I post it all the time on Threads. We said it in the last episode.
You did.
Raven is the best defender in college
Raven
basketball.
is like I like Raven is yes, Raven is her. Like when it comes, like man, the girl thinks and sees basketball, but that Chloe, I'm in because she's 6'2", 6'3" ish. Chloe's tall. She ain't
Hmm.
Camilla tall, of course, and I don't think she's as tall as Asia. But the girl, she plays bigger than what she is, and she's shown that she can handle. She's stepping out and taking threes now. She's extending
I was
her
gonna
range.
say, if she develop a little bit more, she could move to that three.
Oh yeah,
Could
Chloe
be a
about
big
to
three.
Chloe. Ooh, I'm gonna tweet this a little later. I can see Chloe like Rakia.
Hmm.
A big guard, yeah. In a sense, a big
Hmm.
I
guard.
can see Chloe doing what Rakia. Yes. Ooh. Okay. Sorry.
I think for the future ones, we didn't talk about the babies because
Yeah.
That's a baby. She got
Yeah.
time to develop.
Yep. Once she starts standing up a little more and get off the ground, yeah, she'll be good.
No, because the South Carolina TikTok had posted that video of her falling was like, no, this
Wait,
was
the one from this past game? They
yes.
said they said the mascot tripped her or something.
That's crazy.
I need to go find it. I'm gonna go and watch it.
But also I feel like when you're looking at a team like South Carolina, there isn't no like, oh, there's one star player. Like there's
The
they're
whole
all
team
good.
stars.
They're
They
all
It's
all
good.
McDonald's All Americans.
Yeah, all of them
it's
McDonald's all
been
American.
that way. Is let me see. Actually, 2018 it's been that way. Like, cause after Asia left, obviously we knew Asia was the star of the team. She
Hmm.
was probably the last person, and probably will be one of the last people to score 20 points a game because they really believe in spreading the wealth. I think that following year, because it was Taya, I forgot how much Taya averaged. Taya maybe was between 13 and 16. Alexis was probably right at 10. Ty was probably at 9 to 11 or whatever. Kiki was probably at 11. Like, there haven't been a lot of people to really, it's always going to be spreading the wealth. That year when
Hmm.
they lost that one game that got short by the pandemic, everybody averaged between 10 to 13 maybe ish. Like, because you had Kiki, because Kiki was leading the team at probably like 13.1, and Aaliyah may have been at 12.9 or something like that. So it was
Yeah.
like right there. It's like now it's always a group effort. Of course, any given night, somebody can go off for 20 or 30, depending
Am
on,
I one person?
yeah.
No, I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna let you finish. But I have one person for sure that's always in the back of my mind to go off one night.
Oh yeah. Oh, who?
Tessa.
Oh yes, for sure. Like, Tessa can have her good, and like, cause it's so funny because Breezy can be the leading scorer one night.
Mm-hmm.
It could be Tessa. It can be Lay. It a lot of times it's Joyce. Pow Pow could be the leading scorer. Like, sometimes, because I remember especially last year's tournament, Raven was big in that Indiana game. Like, because remember, Indiana was coming back. We had a big lead. Well, South Carolina had a big lead, and Indiana was coming back on them in the final. I mean, in the Elite Eight, I think last year. Raven and
Hmm.
Camilla was big. I remember that one time. Camilla repositioned herself. Raven dumped it. Raven went around. Camilla kicked it back out. Big three. Like, the girl can score when she needs to score. So, like, I said all that to say you never know who's going to have that offensive output that's needed every night from the program, because everybody can go and get a bucket when need to.
Hmm.
Sanaya, Chloe, like, whoo, I love it. I love it.
You can tell we all Gamecock fans.
Clearly.
Listen, like, I love the sport. I love the sport. I root for a lot of people, but number one on my list is always going to be South Carolina.
Yeah. 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 Now you're are you currently with Fanatics?
Yes.
Like, is that current? Okay, so can you tell us, how you got, to Fanatics and what you do within Fanatics?
Yeah. So for Fanatics, I work based on I'm social admin. I'm the social community manager. I always tell people that, well, what's community management? I always tell them, think about how Popeyes and Hennessy and Wendy's may engage with their audience. I do that, but for Fanatics. So
Okay.
basically, I engage with the community. We don't want to call them followers. Engaging with the community under under different polls, and really just having fun with them. I do some things on camera, may host here and there. I did a series. Well, I did an episode last year when I was in Phoenix a lot for different reasons, for either All Star or for DT's what at the time, which was her potential final home game. It ended up being her last home game. And then I did this episode with a few players on the Mercury. It was Sophie Charisma, Liz. Yeah, just those three, I think, that were there. And so I'll do some things on camera with them too. So I kind of do some of it all. But really, after I left my corporate job, I don't want to call their name because please, but
I did my research.
I left them in 2023, April 2023. And I was unemployed for about 9 months. I was like, all right. So I was freelancing. I was out here in the streets, like, okay, just doing a little bit here and there, working, with different brands, different outlets, doing different games. And I was like, I would only want to get another job if it was something creative, if it was something that I wanted to do. Because I worked in finance. My last role I was a treasury analyst, and so I worked in basically finance technology with that division was with government companies, and
Mhm.
so I was tired. That job gave me a great life, a great life. I was able to enjoy a lot of things because it paid very well, but I wasn't happy. Like I got
Yeah.
bored with it. And so I said, I'm not going to go back to work again unless it's a creative job. Now, towards the end, I was like, hold up now. This savings running out. I might have to go and get a different job. I know I said I want to be creative, but I might have to do what I got to do until I can do what I want to do. But sure enough, the end of that year, like literally I was about to make. I haven't told a lot of people this. I was about to make a decision to go ahead and move back to the East Coast with my family, until I can find something else, and I'll just move again. And literally, I was in Orlando for. I had applied for a job earlier that month. I was in Orlando for the G League showcase, shooting that. I was freelancing for ESPN, and I got a call, and like I did the interviews and stuff, and they offered me the position. I think the very next day or whatever, and I started the day after my birthday, and I was like, "Whoo!" I was like, "I don't gotta move." But yeah, I really enjoy it. I really enjoy Fanatics. It's basically we do content from the point of view of a fan. Obviously, everyone
Mhm.
knows we do the merchandise for all sports leagues. Basically, if it's a sport, it's the merchandise, the apparel, the collectibles, all that is probably we probably sell. So yeah, it's been really fun. It's been a really fun what I guess now just over a year and a few months. So yeah, it's been really fun.
That sounds like such a fun job.
I get to tweet and
I know,
and
right?
comment and stuff. And so
Yeah.
it's a lot of work. Don't get me wrong, because there's strategy behind it, but it's really fun. I enjoy
Hmm.
it.
I would love to get into content. Like, let me take it. Ooh, let me take it back. Ooh, content
Content
creating is a
creator.
job. Is a true
Ooh,
job. Um, yeah, just trying to film like when we was down in Miami and when Asia had the preheat down in Colombia. I was like, you know what? Do I like content creating? Do I really? But once you start to like see stuff pieced together, it's like, okay, this is cool. You
Yeah,
know?
that's how I am. Because I tell a lot of people I work in social, but I hate social media. I hate my
mhm.
personal social media. I
Yeah.
love doing it for a job, creating but there's sometimes like when it comes to my content, I'm like, I mean, I guess, I mean,
Mhm.
it's cool. I don't post a lot, and so lately I've started posting more about random things because so used to be so obsessed with the aesthetic or how is it going to look. Now I want to get. I've been trying to get back to the old IG days. Ignore how it looks and how your feed looks, whatever. Get back to you. Remember, you used to be posting. I'm a little older, so I remember when on IG we used to post plates of our food.
We used to post our food.
Yeah,
No,
posting
for real.
food
I
and
remember
stuff.
that.
Really, that's what most people used
Now
to do.
listen, I'm a little younger. Yes,
Little?
I a little. Okay, you didn't have to make it like a big. Like it's not that big of a
I'm
difference.
11 years older than that girl.
Oh
Yes.
my god.
Okay. Yes, I'm 24, and I'm tired of us going
Oh
back
my
and forth.
god.
Well, everybody we
Jesus.
talk to, they
We
I
say
was
it's
in
the
here.
high
same
school when
thing.
you were born.
No, for real.
Listen, it is fine. It's fine. Just everywhere we go, that's what everybody's saying. Like as soon as I say, "Oh, I'm 24," people are like, "What?"
Ages with 20s in front of them now. It's just like, oh, still a
No,
baby.
no. The
Gotta chill
funniest is
out.
when I tell them what year I was born, and that's the one that gets everybody. I'll be like, "I was born in 2000," and that's when everybody goes, "2000."
You was born when the thong song came out.
See, I know that song. Like I grew up with older cousins though. Like
Sure.
Okay. And what were you saying? We sorry.
I forgot. I forgot. It's fine. The age got me off guard.
You was going somewhere with it, Haley. What was it? Oh, we was talking about IG and how we used to post pictures of our rice
Oh
and
yeah, yeah,
chicken.
yeah. So that's my whole thing. It's like I work in social, but I mean I do some on my personal stuff, but I really like building other brands and bringing their stuff to life. Don't get me wrong, I'm gonna still work on my own goals and my own platform and things like that because this is a platform and I'm appreciative of that. But my goal is definitely always to kind of like um be able to separate it because a lot of
Mhm.
people live in social media. I like to live away from social media, Like some things I'm gonna definitely post whatever show me having a good time or whatever, or the things that I do. But I really like real life experiences,
Mhm.
and so that's why I tell people I love, because a lot of times I'm at a lot of amazing events or activations or whatever, and people say you don't have a post. I'm like, yeah, because I was just having fun. Nothing against anyone who posted it at all, because of course, yeah, do what you see fit is best for you. But for me, because I'm always on social for work, I like to live away from it a little bit.
Mhm. Be present and kind of take
Yeah.
in the moment of what you're experiencing.
For sure. Now I'm definitely have my phone out recording stuff, but whether I post it, that's different.
No, yeah, that's how I feel like. Okay, here we go, Sean Edge again. I use Snapchat, or I used to use Snapchat like a lot, and like I had friends start to like hit me up and be like, "You haven't posted on Snap." That's because I'm traveling and I'm on Instagram and on Threads all the time. I don't even want to open up and tell y'all what I'm doing in my life. It's about what's the podcast doing or like what's going on in women's basketball. So I
Mhm.
understand.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna start using threads more. I've
Come
been using
on.
We gonna tag you.
I post
We
like
gonna have you.
once or twice every 2 weeks or so. I said I'm gonna start using it more.
I
No,
mean,
yeah,
I
look.
ain't throwing you under the bus or nothing, but I have tagged you in some stuff.
On threads.
Yeah, Threads and Instagram.
So now I'll be honest. Let me see. It might, how your phone gets out of space and it offloads. So let me see. I have to re-download threads
Oh, that shows you don't use it at all.
because it'll,
That's
like, when you out of
crazy.
space, it'll go and take
To the ones you don't
the
use.
ones you don't
Uh-huh.
use.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm gonna show y'all something. I've had this phone for a long. Look at the back. I don't know if you can see.
Oh, you remember we were showing each other phones at
Oh
AU because
yes,
my
yes.
my
And
camera
then
cracked.
out of, I'm trying to.
We can kind of see it a little
It's
bit.
red. We see it.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
I'm
No
almost
space.
out of
That's so
space.
sad.
Out of 256 gigs, mind you, I got this phone before I started really working in social media, and I'm old, so I'm gonna keep the same phone for
I
years. But I
keep.
now need to go ahead and get a new one. I have just over 2 gigs of space, so I'm a re-download threads, or I'm gonna like hit the button so it can download back onto the phone again, and then that way I should get the notification. So that way any tags and stuff I'll be able to see. Because if I don't got the app, if it's Twitter, or I'll see Twitter, but IG and threads and stuff sometimes I don't be seeing it.
And
No,
So I
see,
gotta
you
yeah,
do a
don't.
lot
I
better
don't be
with
on
that.
Twitter like that. So
yeah. The Twitter thing, we try. I mean, I really want to try, but like as far as for the podcast, I just like we said, Threads is so peaceful.
it's
Mhm.
peaceful. They
Why would I want to
nice.
go bring? Why would I want to go reach
Yeah,
out to
don't disturb your peace. I get
the
it.
crazy people on Twitter? You know?
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Don't y'all come try attacking us or nothing. We didn't mean nothing by calling y'all crazy.
No fact. No, we're sorry, Twitter.
No comment.
We
But no,
ain't
for
mean
for
nothing by it. It's a
Threads,
little chaotic over there. It's peaceful. It's all get out on
yeah,
Threads. That's our Threemily.
Facts.
yeah. I was about to say, as far as Threads, we will continue to tag you and
For
everything,
sure. Let me
so
see.
you can see our lovely community we have built. Because everybody's so nice, everybody wants to pitch in here and there and all that. So
Mm-hmm.
they're really nice.
See. Go up
We
here.
legit, me and Haley used to
It's
be on
downloaded
Threads.
now.
Appreciate it.
Hmm.
Me and Haley legit used to be on Threads talking to each other, and we started calling each other cousin.
Now everybody's a cousin.
That's how we are.
It
That
don't matter, but look,
Hmm.
it don't matter the race, no nothing.
at all.
Everybody's a cousin on Threads.
I
We're a
love that.
big
That's
old
what it's about.
family.
When you build community, like everyone feels a part. So yeah, I love that. I love
It
that.
got to the point where the unrivaled admin referred to people as cousins. Like everybody has taken it and ran with it.
The arrival admin became our cousin too.
Hmm.
Like we would tag
We
the.
all in the club. We all fam.
We all fam.
That is literally how we like used to act on there.
I love that. I love that. Hey cousin, what up, cousin? It ain't got
No,
no bit of relation.
None. None.
but yeah, big old family.
I think that's important.
Hmm.
Creating atmospheres where everyone's supportive, everyone really listens and can engage with each other. That
Hmm.
that's reminds me of the old. Twitter days.
The olden days.
The old days. But
Taking
here we are.
aside is crazy because we are tired
We are tired.
and we have not even made it a season yet.
It's almost time for it to start back
Right.
up,
What is it going to be this year?
It's
That's
already
the
started.
thing. Whew.
It's already started up.
You right. We already getting attacks. We ain't even saying nobody's name and still getting attacks.
There's
Crazy.
one thing about it, we're gonna have a nickname for any and everybody.
Sometimes you gotta have those code names though, so nobody will know what you're talking about. Like,
Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh, you got anything else, Hayley?
I do not. We do appreciate you for hopping on this call with us.
So much.
I thank you all for inviting me. Like I said, I mean, I believe really in like there's always if I can ever do anything or make an appearance, anything for people, like because I remember like when I was starting, I was able to get people on my show, or I had a hard time, and there were those few people who I'm always indebted to because they took the chance, to come on when I didn't know what I was doing. I was just starting. I didn't know really how I wanted to go about, growing myself in this space. So yes, for sure. And I think energy. Energy was a big thing that I felt while we were there in Nashville, and we was cutting up right away. Just me and y'all, and we were
Immediately.
cutting up right away. And so, like, you can vibe with that, and so that's why I said yes. Like, it was ain't got to go through no people. Here's my number. I give you my number and my email. Like, boom, hit me up. And so now sometimes it may take me a while to get back because like I said, my phone, sometimes my notifications don't be coming through in my space. I'm gonna get a new phone soon, but I'm gonna ride with this bad boy until every last button drop. Probably. But with the season coming up, I might get another one. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Like I said, if I can ever support or anything like that, let me know. And I'll definitely
Thank
always
you.
be able to, jump on. So I appreciate you.
We
Thank you so,
appreciate
so
you.
much.
For sure.
1, 2,